What's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Hockey on the Spot with Brandon Barenfeld. I'm Brandon Barenfeld. Thank you for joining me. This is episode 109 of Hockey on the Spot. I apologize for doing it this late, but I've had some stuff going on today, so here now. This is going to be kind of a quick video today. Just pretty much going to go over what happened in the elimination round, or the preliminary round, I mean. The preliminary round is over for the Olympics, which means now pretty much begins the medal round on the qualification games. Starting with pretty much the overall rankings will give you the idea. Sweden is in first place after the preliminary round with 9 points. They are the only team to win all three of their games in regulation. The United States and Canada are both tied with 8 points. However, the U.S. gets the tie break because they scored more goals. So U.S. gets second place, Canada gets third place, and then Finland gets fourth place with 7 points. They lost in overtime to Canada. So those top four teams, Sweden, the United States, Canada, and Finland, will all earn byes from the qualification playoff games later today, because it's now officially the day. Russia is the first place team among teams that will play today. They are the fifth place team with 6 points. Switzerland is in sixth place with 4 points. The Czech Republic is in the Czech Republic and Slovenia and Austria are all locked in a three-way tie with 3 points. The Czech Republic has won the overall tiebreaker over both of them, and Slovenia got the tiebreak over Austria. So Czech Republic is in 7th, Slovenia is in 8th, and Austria is in 9th. I believe Austria is in 9th because they've given up the most goals between the three. Although, of course, they do have the leading goal scorer of the whole tournament at the end of the preliminary round, and Michael Grabner from the New York Islanders. Phil Kessel leads the tournament in points from the Toronto Maple Leafs for USA. Slovakia, very disappointing Olympic it has been for them after quite the year they had 4 years ago in Vancouver. They thought that they were going to build off of that, but unfortunately that has not been the case. The injuries have killed them, and they've got another one. They have reportedly lost Tomas Kopecky from the Florida Panthers for the remainder of the games. They are in 10th place with only 1 point. They got that point in that shootout loss to Russia, 1-0. And then Latvia and Norway both have 0 points. However, Latvia has the tiebreak over Norway because Latvia has scored more goals. So Latvia is in 11th and Norway is in dead last place. Matt Zuccarello from the New York Rangers not having a good tournament. So the matchups for later today will be Russia versus Norway, Switzerland versus Latvia, the Czech Republic versus Slovakia, and Slovenia versus Austria. The Czech Republic-Slovakia game will most definitely be the most anticipated game for today because that is a rivalry game, and that is pretty much the only game of the four in which either one of them could win. In which either one of them could win, and it could go either way. So I think the Czech Republic will win, but it definitely could go either way. Russia is pretty much definitely going to beat Norway, and Switzerland is pretty much definitely going to beat Latvia, even though Latvia did almost upset them in when they played each other in the first on the first day of the men's ice hockey Olympics. And then Slovenia and Austria, one would think that Austria will win, even though Slovenia has the higher seeding. Austria is overall a better team in my opinion. They have more NHL players, so one would think that Austria might win, but Slovenia has been surprising this whole tournament. So you never know. You really never know. As far as so that will be the qualification playoff games, and then the quarterfinal games will begin on the following day. Sweden will play the winner of the Slovenia-Austria game. The United States will play the winner of the Czech Republic-Slovakia game. Canada will play the winner of the Switzerland-Latvia game. And Finland will play the winner of the Russia-Norway game. Finland is pretty much anticipating Russia to win that game, as everyone is. So it's pretty much a 99.9% lock that Russia and Finland will be playing each other on Wednesday. No offense to Norway, and no disrespect at all. But they're just nowhere near at that level. Canada is in the same boat. They are pretty much anticipating Switzerland. Although again, Latvia did almost upset Switzerland. So what's to think that the attempt couldn't happen again? And Switzerland is definitely weak offensively, so that could be a huge problem for them. So, I mean, Canada's pretty much anticipating Switzerland, and I'm anticipating Switzerland to play Canada as well. But if the lack of offense if the offense really lacks and the defense isn't strong enough, then Latvia could breach through that. They've scored quite a few goals in this tournament. So they've actually played better than what their record shows. So we'll see. It's going to be rather interesting. But Canada, I think, is overall really anticipating Switzerland. Sweden, I think more or less. I think they're more anticipating Austria just a little bit more. But again, Slovenia has been a surprise this whole tournament, so you never know. But the only one, though, that for sure we really don't, the one that really doesn't know who their opponent is going to be is the United States, because again, that Czech Republic and Slovakia game could pretty much go either way, and that is a rivalry game, so they are arch rivals for sure, so you could expect that game is going to be high paced, everyone's going to be flying, and everyone's going to be trying their hardest. So that's the game for the United States to watch out for the most, that Czech Republic Slovakia game, because they will play the winner of that game. They already know what to expect if they have to go up against Slovakia. But if they have to go up against the Czech Republic, then it could be a bit of a different story. So we'll see. It's going to be a real interesting situation. We'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it for today. There's really nothing else that I need to discuss. But I probably should give an update on the women's. The action yesterday, the United States destroyed Sweden by a final score of 6-1, while Canada took care of Switzerland 3-1. So for the second straight Olympic, the gold medal game will be USA and Canada for the women's games. And with that being said, that is it for tonight's video. This was a quickie. And that's really all I have to talk about. So with that being said, this has been Hockey on the Spot with Brandon Barenfeld. I'm Brandon Barenfeld. See you guys again next week. Thank you, and have a great day. A great night.